It is situations like this that makes me hate football. It is decisions like this that makes me question if these guys are worthy to have their jobs as referees of the Premier League. I don't believe there's anybody who's allowed to make so many mistakes and still has a job the next week. But at any level, even you're a manager, at any business level, you are not allowed to make so many mistakes and still have a job. Anyway, let me get into the video. Let's talk about this, people. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of Liverpool versus Tottenham referee decisions? And do you agree with what you saw today watching the game? I'm just going to put an image to you people. I want you to tell me what you see over there, because maybe I'm biased because I'm a Liverpool fan. Maybe I'm biased. I'm supposed to be talking about the games here, giving you everything that happened today. But we are talking about these things, the decisions that the referees were making. Tell me something when you look at this. Is everything okay on that image? Do any referee in this Premier League allowed to give a decision of an offside? I mean, disallowing a goal without giving us official lines to prove that that player is offside. Because I'm using my own eyes. I'm using my eyes, using the pitch line, and I can see that the leg of that defender, Van der Beek, is very close than Luis Diaz's whole body. That's what I'm using with my own eyes. And the VAR referee gets a decision to make a correct decision, then he decides to do something like this. How is this even acceptable? How is this even acceptable? In 2023, we are still talking about the VAR that almost have about 5 years being introduced. That what are they really doing? What are they doing? Look at the people, because the original people were supposed to make decisions, did not make decisions. Look at what people are doing now. Now people are making decisions for the referees. People are making decisions for the referees. Why do we always find ourselves in these situations with these VAR referees? Why? And I'm not going to look at this and only say this is Liverpool, but I have never seen so many mistakes, so many worse refereeing performance in one game like I saw today. Let's talk about the Curtis Jones red card. Casemiro got a similar red card to that last season. After coming up from red card, he got a red card similar to that. And it was given. I know we laughed about it. I remember so many people were laughing about it. But can somebody at any level, you are running, you are putting pressure, you are trying to attack, you go after a tackle, then your body rolls over the ball, then it looks like it's a crazy tackle. Can somebody in any situation, can anybody control their bodies? Can they? Because these are decisions that are being done by these referees, and they keep happening, and they're costing us of the Premier League. They're costing us. We have lost the Premier League so many times, Liverpool, with these fine margins, maybe a single goal. We have lost so many times the Premier League with one single goal, and we have decisions like this happening at the early time of the Premier League, that when we now those points that we're supposed to get are needed are no longer mattering. We should have gone to halftime 2-1, leading 2-1. In fact, after scoring the first goal, this should have been a different game. But here we are. Here we are still talking about this. And this is the funny part. I thought maybe if I come here as a Liverpool fan talking about this, then I'm just being salty. I'm just a Liverpool fan who cannot accept losing. I'm hearing Manchester United fans talking about it. Do you know how much that has to take for a Manchester United fan to come out and actually talk about a decision that is supposed to be incorrect, to come up and talk about that this is wrong? Do you know how much that takes from a fan of Manchester United? A fan of any team. Right now, Man City fan, they're talking about it on the internet, and I'm still here. The pundits are asking. Gary Neville is even asking, a former player of an opposition that lived and enjoyed watching Liverpool lose. They are complaining. Udoji falls on planet Earth. I don't know if you was touched by. I did not even see, and everyone who was watching the game can even tell me. That guy was not touched by Diogo Jota. Then the second time, I have no idea what Diogo Jota is doing with that crazy tackle. Knowing that the team is missing a player already, that's a crazy tackle. Get a red card. 2 red cards, and all of them are questionable. This is the Premier League. This is the people we are supposed to be relying on. These are the referees we are supposed to be believing that they've got the best interest of the supporters, of the people who are paying tickets to go watch the game at heart. There are people who came from Liverpool. Do you even know how much that is to take for someone to come from Liverpool to go watch a game in London? And after that, you have to pay for a ticket to enter the ground, and you get decisions like this being done against you. How is this even acceptable? How is this something like this? How is this acceptable? How is this acceptable? Why do we allow situations like this getting away? I want to understand that. I just want to understand. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, everyone has to be angry if you're a Liverpool fan. But help me understand, why is somebody who's coming from a place where he's paying his own money, his money to get to the venue, after getting to the venue, you pay the ticket to get into the ground to watch people who you are supposed to be trusting with the game making decisions like this? How is this even acceptable? How is this? If anyone make a decision like this, and I'm repeating myself in this, if anyone makes a situation like this, make mistakes like this referees does in the Premier League, they are all fired. They are all fired. They lose their jobs. But we keep watching this over and over and over and over again. VAR is how many years now in the Premier League, and of all the leagues in all Europe, all leagues in Europe, it is the worst. We always find the worst referees in the Premier League. Why? How is that even acceptable? I need somebody to come in and tell me why is that even acceptable? Because I cannot be paying my subscription every single month to watch the game while I'm watching something like this. I was listening to Mark Gobridge. He's talking about he had to stop the game. He stopped the game that he was watching. He's a rival. He enjoys when Liverpool are losing. He had to stop because he could not accept the robbery that the VARs and the Premier League officials were making. This is where we are now. Our own rivals are feeling sorry for us because they are seeing the robberies that are being done by these officials. How is this even acceptable? Why are us as the fans are allowing this to happen? Why are us as the fans, why are we allowing this to happen? We are paying our money. I always hear people talking about football in Britain. It's because of some working class people who came together, create this wonderful game. Where are the working class people who have come to know that when they're angry about something, they speak out and decisions are made? Where are they? We need you here. We need proper refereeing. We need people who can do something that is better. Why is this even happening right now in 2023 going to 2024? How many years now since the VAR has been introduced? How many years? And what do we keep crying about week after week, week after week? How many videos have been made by so many people right now complaining about the VAR? And if you think it's only us, the fans, who are complaining because we have YouTube platforms, go look at the pundits, the people who are being paid by the partners of the Premier League to come and give the analysis of the game. They are complaining about VAR, and we are just meant to be okay with it. How is this even possible? 2023. How is this even possible? By the way, I'm here to talk about the football. I'm supposed to be talking about the football game, but I don't even know where to start right now. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, because you are all seeing what's happening. You are all seeing what the VARs are doing. You are all seeing what the officials are doing. How many times Liverpool players were tackled today in the ground? And how many decisions went against Tottenham Hotspur from playing football that which was not perfect? But how many tackles did Liverpool had as well on the other side, which were questioned, which were given red cards, which were given yellow cards? How many? I actually felt like when I was watching the game that the referee's head is gone. I think the referee himself had put his emotions into this game to another level that we've never seen, that his head was gone. But my question is this: we have 6 crazy people who are in the room that they call the VAR room, who are working to correct some of the decisions that the referees make. How many did they correct today? Tell me. They got a chance, an opportunity to see if that was a red card. They slowed and they freezed. What these people did, actually, they froze the picture for the referee to come and give Curtis Jones a red card. That's what they did. They just froze it. I don't know if anyone saw it moving. I saw it frozen, and they gave this one. And Mark Gobrich was even talking about this. He said that we are busy giving decisions out of slow motion. That is killing football as we know it. Because now no players are allowed to tackle now. Because when you tackle, somehow you step on the ball, then you hit the player. Two players have been sent out, Casemiro and Curtis Jones now. What are the Premier League players looking and saying? What are they seeing? What do you think they'll do? They'll stop. So let's talk about how the game was. Liverpool scored 2 goals. The other one was ruled as you can see there, as an offside. And the other one was scored, which of course was a good goal. Son scored. By the way, Son played so well, by the way. I felt like Tottenham Hotspur really had a mission for Liverpool. They had a strategy, which I think, to be honest, it worked so well. They played so well, and they really deserved to get something out of this game. But I can't help it, for the sake of me as a Liverpool fan, as a football fan, accept what we saw out of what the referee were doing in this game, out of what the referees did today. I can't. It's just too much for me to even overlook. It's really too much, and this is what makes it even worse. Even other people who are just coming in to analyze football, it's now hard for them to overlook the decisions we saw today in football. It's now hard, really hard. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. One thing that I'm sure we're gonna get an apology. They're gonna come in and say, "Sorry, Klopp and the boys, we took your goal, which was supposed to be a goal. I'm sorry," and we move on. Somebody was even making a joke and saying it's like somebody kicking you in the nutsack and coming to you and say, "I'm sorry." That's exactly what these guys are doing to us. But it's painful. It's really painful. There is a comment here that I need to read. The game was utter disgrace. I don't want to watch football anymore. The Premier League is a fraudulent league. Do you blame what A23 is saying here? Can you blame him? As a football fan who is actually paying, this what hurts the most. They talk about the football being one of the most industry which is producing so much money, and it's all about people who are passionate about the game, who are coming in to watch football and enjoy. And so because we are coming to watch the game, we have to put something from our own pocket. We are putting so much money into this, and after doing that, we get decisions like this happening to us every single week. If it's not a Liverpool fan, it's either Manchester United fan. If it's not a Manchester United fan, Man City. If not Man City, a Wolves fan, a Luton fan. Somebody is always crying. I haven't really watched most of the games. They're saying it's close to around 6 goals that were scored today, that maybe were not scored or were scored, which the decisions of the VAR came in and interfered and actually decided to choose the wrong decision. I'm just tired, and I'm really gutted. I'm tired. Football is really losing its meaning now. To be honest, football is now losing its meaning if things like this are happening. Remove VAR. I think we are all comfortable enough to go back to those days where we'll be like, oh, I think they got it wrong there. We were watching the game between Chelsea and Brighton, and Chelsea should have gotten a red card in the game, and Chelsea had a goal that they scored, which was ruled out for offside, which was not, but there was no VAR. And after the game, everyone came and talked about the situations, but nobody complained about the game. They talked about the decisions, but nobody complained about it, because there was no something that people told us that it could be accurate, it will get the decision correct. It was not there in the game. Now we have it. What is happening? What are we seeing? There are going to be so many things that are going to be said over this game. I will keep my eye on the ground for this one. I'm telling you, maybe because I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm really going to keep my eye on the ground. I'll be reacting to each and every pundit who comes and talk about the VAR and the decision over the Liverpool game. I just want to show you the injustice that we are seeing from these guys, and PGMO, they always get away with these things. I have no idea how that even happens. How special are these people, like, to get away with murder and they still keep moving around and doing whatever they do? And the worst part is this: they're not even fired. They don't lose their jobs. Somebody elbowed Andy Robertson last season. He's still an official. He's still playing and still going to officiate matches in the Premier League. They don't lose their jobs. So to them, whatever the mistakes they make doesn't really hurt them, because there are no any consequences for making decisions that are wrong. So the only people who come to shout about it are us, who are coming and we are looking like fools on live YouTube channels. We are coming to complain about it and we look like fools. Every supporter has done this. Every supporter of each and every team in the Premier League has come in one day or one away complaining about officiating, and it's not going to stop today, especially if we are saying there's something that is accurate as the VAR. It will never stop. It will never stop. Anyway, so I predicted Liverpool to win by 3-1, but Liverpool lost by 2-1. Joe Matip on goal in the last minute. That was painful, man. After being robbed, and fate also was not on our side, so it really hurts. To be honest, it really hurts. But here we are, people. We need to talk about football. We need to talk about what happened. We need to talk about the decision. And I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspurs? What exactly are you expecting going forward from what you have been watching, or for what you have been watching in this game? What are you expecting going forward? From VAR, from the referees, what can you expect from them? Because it seems like that job is really difficult for them to do it. Anyway, there were other things, other games that were played, people. I cannot continue talking about one game. And today my reactions and my reactions were really terrible, I'm telling you. To be honest, I made some crazy reactions here. Predictions which were also terrible. I'm just gonna put it out there, then also show you what I was predicting to be, by the way, so that I hear from you. You even laugh, I'm telling you. You even laugh, because I'm really laughing at myself here as we speak. So the Premier League came and it has left us, people. The first two games, which was on this Saturday. So let me show you what my predictions were over the games that were played. There were so many games that were played today. How many games were, I even lost count, but there were so many. So Aston Villa versus Brighton. What we call humiliation. This was humiliation at its highest level. They really humiliated this team. It was painful to watch. So the game was played. Aston Villa won by 6 goals. Oli Watkins with a hat-trick. What's up? Mom is calling. Aston Villa lost by 6-1 against Brighton. They won by 6-1 against Brighton, and it was one of those games that if you're a Brighton manager, if you're deserving, you wanna forget. Somehow I predicted this game to be 2-2. I have no idea what I was thinking. Aston Villa had another decision in mind. They came and they really embarrassed this team that is called Brighton at their own home ground, and they played so perfectly well. It was an exciting game, I'm telling you, to be honest. Go watch it. Oli Watkins, I'm telling you, this guy, if he's not taken by a bigger team than Aston Villa, that's not justice, to be honest. That's really not justice. Bournemouth played against Arsenal. I predicted 3-1, but the game finished by 4-0. Saka was on fire today, and I really enjoyed watching the game. They really played so perfectly well, and it was exciting. Luton played against Everton. I thought, for the goodness of me, I thought Everton at home, playing against the worst team in the Premier League, they'll get something. Everton gets into the game, they lose by 2-1. How do you explain that? I predicted this game to be 3-2 to Everton's side. That's my last time I'm betting against these rivals of mine. That is the last time I do that, because man, how I feel humiliated right now. How I feel humiliated to put my trust on Everton. They are just not playing football at the moment, I'm telling you. I've never seen them this terrible. They've been terrible, but they are on another level of terrible this season. Manchester United against Crystal Palace. I told you about this game. I watched this game, by the way. It was a good game. I have to say, Sophia Amrabat looks like a player. Looks really like a player who's going to cause havoc in this Manchester United squad. He's going to grow, of course. He will grow into this game. He will become better. He will become perfect. I'm sure of that. But man, what a game. It was one game that everyone should be excited about. They played it so well. They did everything that they could do. But Crystal Palace defended so well. They defended so well. The goal which was scored, trust me, you can never blame Onana on that. There is no way he's getting that goal. There is no way he's saving that ball. Even though he tried, he was never going to save it. So I predicted, by the way, Crystal Palace to win by 2-1, which I expected to be a 1-goal win, and that's exactly what happened. So I have to say, out of the only two games that I did predict somewhere close to correct, only Arsenal and Crystal Palace United. The other game was Newcastle versus Burnley. Somehow I was expecting a crazy goal for around 5-2, but I got it at the Brighton game. How crazy the situation was now. But it looks like Newcastle are really getting their confidence back. It looks like it's a team that is ready to fight for everything. Looks like they're enjoying football again. They're playing as much they could. What we wanted to see from them, we are seeing it now. And they're getting the job done. What a game. What a game. West Ham United versus Sheffield. I actually predicted this game to be 2-1 West Ham, but it finished 2-0 to West Ham. So that's another game that I got. There is another game that I got so correctly wrong. So correctly wrong. Man City being beaten by Wolves. I actually thought Man City will win by 5-3 or something, because I thought, I actually said 3-1, but from that to them losing, that for me, I did not expect it. And lastly, Tottenham Hotspurs won at last since 2017 against Liverpool, and they only need nothing but the whole referees of the Premier League who were in this game to be on their side for them to get their first win since 2017. It's painful. I had to be sour, which I think, if you really were watching that game, nobody would blame you if you are really gonna be sour. Because if you see even our rivals being sour over this game, that tells you everything about the game. That actually analyzing tells you everything about it. So I'm gonna actually sit down, people, and do my proper analysis of these games maybe tomorrow, because it's only one game that is gonna be played tomorrow. Maybe that's when I'll do a proper analysis of the game. But I was really on hot soup. I was really angry. My rant, if you want to watch that, go check it out. There's the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam. Do me a favor. Click the like button if you're enjoying this. Subscribe to the Connect. Let me know your thoughts about the live streams. How is it to you? Are you enjoying it? And what do you expect from me? What do you want me to do more, people? I will be here. But the reactions videos are coming, like I told you. I'm telling you, I'm putting my eye on the ground, my ear on the ground. I'm waiting for any person who react to these games, and I'm coming out live here and I'm talking about them. Because if we don't talk about them, then who exactly will talk about them? If we don't talk about it, who will? Before I actually go, also I wanted to talk about Klopp, because I was not really impressed with his substitutes. I felt like Darwin Núñez should have come in at least at halftime, because I felt like if he was in the game, there was going to be a difference. But he delayed, and the red card, after the red card came, it was a different game and we lost it there. So it's gonna really take some time for any Liverpool fan to recover from this. I know it will take some time for me to do so, but yeah, that was it. Congratulations to all Tottenham Hotspur fans. You deserve the victory, and I think you are on cloud 9 now as we speak. You are enjoying your first win since 2017, and you actually have a manager and Ange who's actually playing proper football and getting the better of other teams. That really means so much. You really look serious over what you're doing. Tottenham Hotspur, trust me, I took it for granted in the beginning, but this are really a team. This team looks like a team that are up for something, and I think if they continue playing the way they are playing, I believe, and I really wish they get something, at least an FA Cup. Give them something, because they are playing like a team. And Maddison, man, The pass that he gave to Richard Alisson. Joe Gomez had nothing. He had really nothing to say. That tells you of how much Tottenham Hotspur are as a team. They're playing so perfectly well, and they deserve to be where they are. They deserve to have the victory. But also, I don't think that I can. No. Let me go back. I can't say they deserve the victory. No, they don't deserve the victory. The VAR and the referees deserve the victory that they gave to Tottenham Hotspur. That's what I can say. They deserve the victory that they gave to Tottenham Hotspur. 2 red cards. A goal that was scored and it was disallowed. Something has to be said. I'm putting my ear on the ground. I'm telling you, listen to that. I'm going to put my ear on the ground. There are going to be so many reactions after reactions over this game. I'm telling you, expect that from me this week, starting even tonight, anytime. If I get something, I'm coming out with this black shirt I'm wearing. I'm coming out and I'm talking about it. Because I'm not really happy. I'm not happy as a Liverpool fan. I'm not happy. And if you're a football fan, I'm not saying a Manchester United fan or an Arsenal, even a Tottenham Hotspur fan. If you're a football fan, you need to stand up for what is correct, and you need to say something against the decisions we are seeing from these referees, because it's destroying football. That's the only thing I can say. It is definitely destroying football. It has to be put to the sword, and these guys have to be questioned for what they are. Because trust me, I'm sorry, in the email of Liverpool, it's not going to help us at all. I'm sorry, in the email of Liverpool, football club's email or whatever they'll get, it's not going to help us. Even putting it on social media, it will not help us. This is nonsense. I've never seen so many decisions that were wrongly given against one team in a one game like I did today. I've never, and I've been watching football for some time. The Football Connect has been here for some time now, almost 3 years now. I've never. Of course, maybe they made a mistake about the red card of Jones. Let's move on from that. Let's say maybe they made a mistake about the Diaz. They did not check if it was a goal. Let's move on from that decision alone. But the guy had to open a book of so many crazy decisions. He had to open a book. He had to make sure that he leaves a mark to this Liverpool team. And I'm telling you, a mark he did left. But also with that mark, I think he has now exposed the whole VAR officials, everything. He has now exposed it, and now the fans, if you are a football fan, you should be demanding for something better. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. I'm out. We'll be back again with another one. Peace.